If you're looking for a small camera mountable RGB light, check out this light from Moman. I was recently in the market for a small video light that I could use in my video shoots and was offered the opportunity to review this little RGB light from Moman. To be honest, I was primarily looking for a plain vanilla LED light that had adjustable brightness and color temperature. What I found was that an RGB light will do that and much more. You can find a plain LED light for about $30 on Amazon. This light, however, is about $100. So what's the difference and what do you get for the extra $70? What I discovered was the primary difference between the basic LED light and an RGB light is that the RGB light uses the red, green, and blue LEDs to accomplish what one would normally use colored gels to do. Gels over standard lights can help the video creator or photographer use color to set a scene or to strike a mood. For example, using a yellow or golden color can add warmth and romance to a candlelit dinner scene. A deep blue hue could be used to add drama to a night scene. Both can be done with the same light by just moving a dial or selector switch to adjust the color. RGB lights in this price category also have several scene selections you can choose from. Primarily, they involve flashing light combinations to simulate a nearby police car or lightning. Of course, you can also just use the light as a white light with adjustable color temp and intensity. Another difference is that this light, as with several others in this price range, come with an internal rechargeable battery. That means there are no extra batteries to buy, which reduces the price differential between this and basic LED lights. With those things in mind, let's take a look at the Moman light and do a quick demo on its features and controls. Okay, so here's the box that the RGB light comes in. It's pretty solid little thing here. And inside, you've got a little foam cover, instructions for how to use the main parts of this, the different scenes and what the buttons do and so forth. It is in Chinese on the other side. There is a USB cable. This one is a type C cable used to charge the light. Then there is this little faux suede bag that you can keep it in if you just need lightweight protection for the light itself. This isn't a little adjustable holder. It has a hot shoe or cold shoe fixture on the bottom that you can tighten it down onto your camera or onto a hot shoe connector on a cage. And then a 1/4x20 screw at the top. And then we'll see when we get the light out of the box. It comes with, let me see if I can get it out here, a little Allen key to make adjustments so that you can turn the light up or down to achieve the effect you're trying to use, or if you've got it mounted to a light stand via an adapter. So that's a pretty handy little tool to have with it. And then there's the light itself. So you can see we've got a pretty nice box, nice foam. I'd recommend keeping that and using it to store the light in. Okay, so the light itself has got a diffuser plate on top of all of the little LEDs that you can see through it, mounted there. It has the on-off switch at the top. It has the Class C USB for charging at the top. On the bottom, there's a 1/4x20 screw to mount either to an adapter or to any other tripod mount that uses a 1/4x20. And then there's also one on this end, so you could use it vertically if you wanted to. And so that's pretty much the controls with the primary instructions and control panel on the back. So let's take a look at that. You can see there's the set button here that allows you to make choices. There's a 2-function switch here. You can go up and down on it to change the selections, or you can push in to move between selections within submenus. And then there's just a wheel switch here where you can take it in and change the brightness. So let's turn this on and get a chance to see what some of these choices are. Okay, so you can see that it's on. You can see that it's producing some light. I have the intensity down pretty much so you can see the screen and not have it blown out down here. You can see that the battery is full, that you're in CCT mode, which basically is just, you know, the white light with the color temperature that you can adjust and the intensity which you can adjust. So here I can change, I'm up to 50%. You can see how that changes with the light. With the function switch selected, I can do the up and down part, and then you can see the numbers changing, I hope, and change the color of the light. So down here now it's become a much more orange light that you might use in an indoor setting, that candlelight dinner scene, that kind of thing. And then you can run it up, again, using this multifunction button. Now it's getting very cool, and now it's up to at the top end at 8500, and that is a very bright white light. And again, I've only got the intensity at 14%. So that's the those are the controls in the CCT mode. Okay. Now we go to set again, and now we're in the HSI mode. I like to think of it as the red, green, blue RGB mode. I think these letters stand for hue, saturation, and intensity. And so if you think about a color wheel that you might see in a computer program, graphics program with all the colors mounted around the wheel, that's what you're seeing here. So again, with the dim and minus button, you can change the intensity of the colors. And then within this mode, when we change use the function switch, then we can change the color. And so it was up near about 350 when we started. I'm going down, so now the color's changing. I'm at 264. It's turning blue at about 250, continuing on down. It's turning green at about 200. Now I've got the temperature at 150, turning bright green here at about 120. Down into single digits, and it's becoming kind of yellow. And so that's how we can change this. And so this takes the place of placing various colored gels in front of a standard white light, for example. So that's the various colors in the HSI mode and how you deal with them. So the color changing is up here, and then the intensity is here with the dim switch. Now the next mode is the scene mode. And as you can see here, I've got a flashing light. This one's red and white, so it simulates an emergency vehicle. I'm going to turn the intensity down a little bit here. And so again, I can use my function or multifunction switch here. Now I've changed it to scene A, which is red and blue, so that's more of a police kind of thing. And then C, it's blue and white. So I've got these various kinds of things that I can set using these scenes. If I press in on the function button, now it becomes a little different, and there's a different set of scene modes that are described in the instructions, and you can use those. So this one, you can see there's a little lightning bolt. And so it gives you kind of a strobe, and if you wanted like a dark and stormy night kind of effect, it would give you some lightning kinds of strobes. And now we're back to just a rotating color. It moves up and down the color wheel in this scene A. So again, we can move it to scene back to CCT, and now we're back to the plain white lights. Now one of the things that's kind of interesting is I can roll the dim all the way to 0, and then you can see that the light is off. And so if you're not going to be recording for a while, or if you have a scene to reset, you can just scroll the dim down to 0. do the work, the light remains on, your settings remain the same, and then when you're ready to go to work, you can just come back and then wheel the brightness up to the level that you want. So that's the basic overview of this RGB light and what the controls do. As seen in these photos, when using the HSI setting, which stands for hue, saturation, and intensity, you can set up some dramatic color shots or just use a plain white or gray background and turn it into any color you'd like. The strobe effect can simulate lightning, as mentioned earlier, or the pulsing lights of a nightclub. The Moman RGB light is a pretty cool little light. It's built into a metal case with a diffuser over the LEDs with simple to operate controls. It has a 1/4x20 socket on 2 sides for easy mounting, and the included camera hot shoe mount is adjustable using the included hex key. The built-in 3200 mAh battery offers just over 2 hours of illumination at 100% and extended times with lower illumination. I'm hoping to ditch my big umbrella diffusers and free up some room where I do my recording. This little light from Moman is part of that plan. Hey, if you found this video helpful, please click on the thumbs up icon below the video and subscribe to the Gadget Talk channel. Click on the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. I've got an affiliate link in the description below the video that results in my getting a small commission from Amazon if you decide to get this light by clicking the link. Your price doesn't change. Thanks for watching.